Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they're raping everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess.
We looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you. So you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that. Homeboy, homeboy.
We got your t-shirt to the left finger.
This is my favorite part. You're real dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
The man got away, leaving behind evidence. I was attacked.
But some idiot in the projects. Dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so.
Man, legendary. We're talking about legendary right now. I've been waiting all morning since I found out that when Antoine Dodson, the legendary Antoine Dodson, let's give him his due. I mean, the man is a legend. When I found out that he was going to be willing to come on the show today and give us his thoughts on this Chick-fil-A nonsense, I can't even express to you how excited I was. And so here we are on 100 WAPI. Cliff Sims sitting in for Leland today on API, 741-100.5, 877-569-100.5. Haven't decided yet if we're going to bring callers in with Antoine or not. We'll talk about that in a minute. But first, Antoine Dodson, thank you so much for coming on the show. How you doing, man?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me.
Well, you know, it is our pleasure. We are totally honored for you to be here. You know, I was told earlier that you were actually on 100 WAPI before on the Matt Murphy show.
Yes, I remember.
And I have an intense rivalry with Matt Murphy. And so now that I have you, I would like for you to no longer go on the Matt. Just be my guest, all right? That's all I'm asking right now. Never take Matt Murphy's phone calls again.
Well, you better have them. If they call me, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go on that show.
All right, well, we won't hold it against you. Well, I want to play a quick clip, and this is your response. Now, just to give a little bit of background on the Chick-fil-A thing, everybody pretty much knows what's going on with the Chick-fil-A thing. The Boston mayor, the Chicago mayor, several other mayors around the country are saying, after Dan Cathy, CEO of Chick-fil-A, came out and said that he personally believes in the traditional view of marriage. They are trying to block Chick-fil-A from coming to their towns now, their cities now, because of that. And this is what Antoine Dodson had to say in a YouTube video that he posted. We're going to play this clip, and then Antoine will get your reaction from it. AJ, you can play the clip.
What's up? This your boy Antoine Dodson. And a lot of people from the gay community has been coming to me telling me that I shouldn't eat from Chick-fil-A and stuff like that. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Why? You know what I'm saying? And they started explaining to me about, you know, the gay marriage thing and how, you know, certain people or a person from Chick-fil-A doesn't approve of it. Just let me tell you this. I have uncles and aunties as well who does not approve of gay marriages and stuff like that, but they respect me. I don't care about one person's, you know, opinion or how they feel. That's the way they feel. That's fine. Chick-fil-A makes good meals, and I eat there, you know what I'm saying, quite frequently. So no one is going to stop me from eating it. If I want to have a Chick-fil-A sandwich, guess what? I'm going to have a Chick-fil-A sandwich. So it really doesn't matter what a person thinks. You know, people say a lot of crazy things. But anyway, it just comes down to it. If I want a Chick-fil-A sandwich, I'm going to have a Chick-fil-A sandwich. So you can run and tell that.
Run and tell that. There it is. Antoine Dodson, so, I mean, that was probably the most sensible opinion about this whole thing that I've heard. I mean, what did you think when you first started getting phone calls and stuff about the whole Chick-fil-A thing and people wanting your opinion on it?
See, at first, it started from a conversation with me and my man because I had actually just left from Chick-fil-A with my family. And so he was talking about it, and I'm like, you know, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's a bigger picture other than, you know, Chick-fil-A. So I did a video, and then I immediately got all these crazy responses, and a lot of people did agree with me, but a lot of people from the gay community were so upset, and I'm like, oh, my God, I did not think that I would get this type of attention from this video.
Sure. Well, I mean, one of the things that struck me, I think this may have been, and there was a second clip of you talking about it, where you basically said that although you may disagree with the CEO's view personally, that number one, you know, people that try to say that you don't have freedom, you don't have rights in America, that you disagree with that, and number two, that you support the workers and you support the fact that these people need a job, and you don't think people should boycott a company over something like that because there are so many other people that would be affected and their jobs may be lost and things. You know, you really put, you know, people's economic stability ahead of maybe what your personal beliefs are, which I thought was kind of commendable. If you want to speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy because I guess it's a whole bunch of rich kids who's living off of their mother and daddy's trust fund who feel that way. But it's a whole another group of gay people, you know what I'm saying, on lower class that maybe they couldn't get another job other than Chick-fil-A and stuff like that. I know people who work at these restaurants who work hard. They're going to college and they're going to school trying to better themselves so they get, you know what I'm saying, jobs like Chick-fil-A and all these different restaurant jobs. This same thing happened to me when I was staying in West Hollywood, California. All the gay people from that community, don't go to Target, this, that, and the other. If you go to Target about you being gay, such. I didn't get into all that, but I'm like, damn, I'm not going to go to Target. But then I get to realize, I'm like, wow, Target is the closest place in our neighborhood. I am going to start going back there, and I don't care what y'all say. As far as the boycott thing, I think it's tacky. For one, just like you going over there boycott, you have increased their sales by 50%. So since you sitting up there saying, I'm a bigot and all this, that, and the other, what that makes you? You are embarrassing yourself. Get from over there with them damn signs. It looks ridiculous, and you are increasing sales. So you're donating money in, what's the word I'm looking for? That they said something crazy to me. They said I was giving money to the company indirectly. So are you. So what does that make you? Don't come to me when you want to talk about gay rights and all that, because I will put you in your place.
There it is.
I ass out.
Run and tell that. Run and tell that, AJ. Tell it, Antoine. So you know, and we emailed a little bit earlier. Do you want to take phone calls, or did you not want to take phone calls?
Trust me, I can take phone calls because you know what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. I want to know people's opinions and tell me face to face what your opinions is.
Okay, if you want to talk to Antoine Dodson, we can get you in here. 741-100.5. 741-100.5. Give us a call. We'll try to get you on the air. Before we do that, though, Antoine, I want to talk a little bit about, first of all, I have a background as a musician. I had a little bit of success. I had some songs that were on the radio and on MTV and that kind of thing, but I never had what you have, and that is a top 100 hit.
I can't believe it. It's been so funny. I think about it every day. Like,
it's awesome.
How could that happen? Somebody who was, you know, struggling in life, trying to make ends meet, you know, trying to find out where he stands in the world, and something happened to my sister, and I do one interview, and I feel like this is happening all over again, because it started out, everybody was hating me, sending me all these crazy messages and emails and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, I'm in the same thing all over again. But guess what? I'm going to handle it a whole lot better, and I'm going to come at it a whole new different angle. So, you know what I'm saying? It's getting ridiculous, but don't put me in that category. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go out there and picket in front of all these different places because I don't believe in. What's going to really hurt the gay community feelings is when they really do their research, they're going to realize there's so many places that you go to and involve yourself with are giving money to them same organizations. Guess what? You do the same thing. You give your donations to organizations that will fight against them.
Oh,
you know
I see what you're saying. Now, you're talking about how Chick-fil-A had given money to charities that support you know, traditional marriage and that kind of. That's what how you were talking about indirectly giving money to those places. That's what you were talking.
Exactly.
I got you now. I got you. Well, AJ, how do we take that? I want to take this phone call right here with Matthew and Pelham. Do you need to do that, or can I push the button and get them?
Oh, you can push the button.
Okay, I didn't want to lose Antoine.
No, you won't. I got it.
Okay, all right, here we go. We're going to take our first phone call. Matthew from Pelham, you're on the phone with Antoine Dodson.
Hey there, Mr. Dodson. Listen, I want to tell you, I'd come across it before hearing the song on YouTube, and so I was familiar with your name. In fact, I'm a disc jockey at a local skating rink, and all the kids enjoy hearing that little song there. But I want to tell you, I very much commend you for taking a stand like you're taking, and for having the opinion and being willing to say that. I'm sure there's a lot of folks that, like you were saying, that are opposed to maybe your view of it or can't see it through the same set of lenses that you do. But I want to tell you, I think that you sound eloquent and you expressed exactly what I believe you're trying to say greatly, and I think that you'd be a great spokesman for folks in the gay community if you chose to do so. I look forward to hearing you possibly take an active role in some other issues. Thanks a lot, Mr. Dodson. You guys doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
Great call from Matthew and Pelham. We got another one on here for you. It's George in Tuscaloosa. George, you're on the phone with Antoine Dodson. George, you there? I guess you didn't want to talk to Antoine. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, Antoine, what about now? I mean, this is obviously kind of another round of publicity for you, but I think a lot of our listeners be curious to hear, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? I mean, what is a day in the life of Antoine Dodson right now?
Oh, my God. Right now, it's more now, in the later days, it's more like now I'm getting ready for the show. We got the equipment and stuff. I actually been writing this show for like a year, but I had stopped at one point because I was trying to do music and all this, that, and the other. And I was like, I need to get back to this show because there's a lot of topics that people aren't aware of that I want to bring to the light. And
so you're going to do a television show? That's the plan right now?
No, actually, it's more of a web show. But
okay.
I have a lot of people on board with me in L.A. who is willing to, take it to a television, station or whatever, but they need to see what I have and what I got.
Have you thought about what the name of the show might be?
It's the Ad Out Show.
Okay.
Adding out topics, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm with you on that. Let's take another phone call real quick. We got Andy all the way from Arizona calling in to Birmingham, Alabama to talk to Antoine Dodson. Andy, you're on 100 WAPI with Antoine.
Yo, man, how's it going, dude?
Hey.
Yo, man, I love your video. I think that shit is hilarious.
All right, we gotta let you go, Andy. I'm sorry, we can't have folks cursing on the radio. I mean, that's just good grief. Antoine, I'm sorry, man. We can't let folks. We'll get we'll get in trouble, AJ.
Yeah.
Tell him we'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
And if he wants to call back, if he's still listening, wants to call back.
No, it's done.
Is it done?
Yeah. If you slip up like that, no, we gonna cut you off.
How can you not go 10 minutes without cursing?
Or at least 10 seconds. You just got on the air.
He literally just got on. All right, that's all right, because we got Mike in Tuscaloosa. Mike, you're on the air with Antoine Dodson.
Antoine Dodson.
Hi, kids. What's up?
We on TV right now.
We're on the radio. It's next best thing.
Oh, man. I was not aware of Antoine Dodson until I found him on the interwebs, and I was just admiring everything about his song. It was just amazing. It brought meaning to my life. It was so... Oh, Antoine, you're a god, dude.
A legend, right, Mike? This man is a legend.
He is a legend on the interwebs. He is a legend among men. We gonna
my God, run and tell that.
Hey, we gonna find... Look, I hope you find him because he left his clothes. He left everything. He's stupid, Antoine. He is so stupid.
Isn't he?
Mike, appreciate the call, man. We need to actually, but when we get done taking these calls, I want to get an update on what happened with that story, too, and how that all played out. But before we do that, let's get on the phone with Kitty in Birmingham. Kitty, you're on the phone with Antoine Dodson.
Well, hi, Antoine. I'm glad to talk to you.
Nice
Listen, I
too.
just want you to know that I appreciate what you have said. Now, I have a lot of wonderful gay friends and lesbian friends, and I just feel like, that because I may believe one way and they believe another, it doesn't mean that I don't love them and care for them and they feel the same way. And I just feel like that the fella from Chick-fil-A, he was asked a question, he answered it honestly, and that's not going to affect how I feel about what what he has said.
Exactly. The media blew it out of proportion, and then, the gay people love attention anyway, so they're going to make it a big deal and stuff like that, and I'm the one to say, look, just stop. You
good. They have good service. He's actually probably one of the only places that I will eat chicken out.
Oh,
is
my God, me
Chick-fil-A.
too.
Kitty,
And,
thank you for the
yes.
call, Kitty. Really appreciate you taking the time to call in to Antoine today. We need to take a break real quick, Ada. Okay, we're going to take a break real fast. We'll come back and get Elizabeth in Trustville. She wants to talk to Antoine. Antoine Dodson right here today, the legend himself, live and in person on 100 WAPI. We'll be right back.
Leland Live, weekdays from 10 to 2 on 100 WAPI and 100WAPI.com.